I hope I have cleared things up for you, buddy. But you don't have to be so hostile, Pat. Shut up, Pat. I love that comes from somebody named Cheer. Boy, that really got me. Shut up, Pat. Oh, boy, okay. Hello and welcome back to Mr. Red Plays. You guys remember Petscop? I love Petscop. Tony, the guy who made Petscop, as you can see, also made 3D Workers Island, which is a short horror story about a screensaver, as you can see. And that's what we're doing today, friends. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know if this is going to be an episode, but we're going to give it a try. I also don't know if there's going to be audio for this. I'm going to put headphones on. We'll see. Okay, so 3D Whisker is how it's pronounced. What is 3D Whisker? It's a freeware screensaver. The full title is 3D Workers Island, but most of us prefer to use its file name instead, pronounced 3D Whisker, because it's 3D Workers Island .screensaver. In 3D Workers Island, 6 characters interact on a tiny island with complex and unpredictable results. Every session tells a different story of the island. Many have found it to be compelling on levels both technical and emotional. T2's Top Software gave it a 10 out of 10 score. Who is rating screensaver softwares? Well, T2, obviously. He wrote about its characters. You will find yourself relating to them and understanding them. They may even confound you and anger you at times. Okay. The original source of the program is unknown. It was discovered at 3D Screensaver's Palace, one of the many aggregates of screensaver programs appropriated from sources. Can't scroll. I think I click and it'll move on. So what is it? Overview, download, forum, gallery, contacts, link, characters. Amber, Holland, Pat, Joe, Rebecca, Grace. Almost forgot Grace. You can never forget Grace. Okay, cool. So what do we got here? What is it? It's a discovery pages. Internet Explorer. Remember that? This is a throwback, by the way. What.html. Yeah, I feel that. Okay, here we go. Original source. Aggregates appropriated from users across the net, sources across the net. The owner of that website, by his own admission, sourced it from a similar screensaver aggregate and could not recall which one. It has not been found. See the history page for a history of 3D Whisker's discovery and spread, as well as the development of this website. We recommend trying 3D Whisker yourself by downloading it from the download page. The events that occur in 3D Whisker are not scripted. They unfold dynamically, and every session is different, which means you are guaranteed to see things that none of us have seen before. Well, if it's random, then that's not necessarily true. I mean, you could see the same, possible same. If you discover anything interesting or important that has not yet been recorded here or discussed on the forum, feel free to send us an email or create a thread on the forum asking about it. But please do not treat this as a place for tall tales. We are sick of tall tales around here. We like our tales short and to the point. Check out the overview page for a more detailed introduction. 3D Whisker discovery pages were created by me, Pat Lawler, or Plawler, and the technical side is largely run by Singer. See further info on the contact page. All right, so can I click on any of those things? Let's see. Overview page. Nope, this is download page. The 3D Whisker installer can be downloaded using any of the links below. 1, 2, 3. We got 3 links, guys. Guys, we got 3 links. It's a 4.22 megabyte download. It's an executable, only compatible with Windows. Run the installer. Follow the steps on the installation wizard. Afterwards, if you're running Windows 95 or later, you can configure the screensaver by right-clicking on your desktop, choosing Properties, choosing Screensaver tab, and selecting 3D Workers Island from the drop-down menu. From here, you can start the program manually by clicking Preview. If you run into any trouble, create a thread on our forum, and somebody is sure to help you out. Okay, so it looks like we've downloaded a file. You've chosen to download the file from this location, inst3dwi.exe from 3dwhisker.com. Save to disk, okay, yep, and then it's loading. Let's see, I don't know what to pay attention to. Is there... Shut the hell up, you! Shut the hell up, you! I got a Gmail notification. Did Google even exist at this time? Okay, Windows 95 was from July 95, that makes sense, until November 97. Google was founded in 98. Ahaha! Google did not exist at this time. You shut the hell up, Gmail. Also, why is it suddenly light mode? And on this tab, it's dark mode. What's going on here? Anyway, so downloaded to this Windows, okay. I don't know what The drive is desktop probably. All right, download complete. Awesome. Yeah, you need to close this dialog box when download is complete unless you want to open it. So I don't know what the story is here. Okay, welcome. It's an installation program. This is the Wizard, you guys. Thank you for installing my program. You know what? You are welcome. Press the next button to start the installation. Well, which button's next? Technically, the back button's next if you consider next from this text line. You can press the cancel button now if you do not want to install 3D Worker Island at this time. Okay, it's installing, it's copying to the Windows folder on the C drive. Guys, this all matters. The installation of 3D has been successful. If you enjoy the 3D Workers Island, please spread the word online. It would be much appreciated. Also considering reading the README text file because it includes a lot of interesting and useful information about the screensaver. You typically wouldn't capitalize like and of, but you typically also wouldn't capitalize the first letter in each word. Is there a secret here? If you enjoy E-I-E-I-I-Y-E It all makes perfect sense now. All right. Oh, we got the README. Okay. It's an experimental 3D simulation screensaver for PCs with advanced worker simulation. Yep. Desktop properties, screensaver, 3D worker on menu previews, alternative steps, start program, start island. Okay. Change settings, screensaver properties. Okay. Settings, available escape to quit, checkbox. If enabled, only the escape key will quit the program. What otherwise? I guess probably any button to end a screensaver, right? Don't really have screensavers anymore. Geometry quality. Okay. Simulation quality. Adjust the worker's simulation rate. Interesting. Okay, there are 6 characters. Amber, Holland, Pat, Joe, Grace, Rebecca. We remembered Grace this time. To find out who's who, reference the character card that appears on startup. Okay. Workers are an approach to computation. 3D Worker Island takes advantage of resources in the world. What does that mean? Welcome to the world in the computer. What? This technology. Oh, okay. Never mind. So here's our settings. We're churning on Worker 3D Island. It's going to wait 20 minutes before it shows up. Number 13 is blank. Curious. 3D Workers Island. Okay. This is the startup screen. Pat, Rebecca, Joe, Amber, Holland, Grace. It's all of them. Gotta catch them all. Hello. Whoa, okay. Whoa, okay. Can I go back? I need to actually pay attention to these characters. Can I go back? I can go back. We're going back in time. All right, so Joe is the guy with the UPS. I can only describe it as a UPS uniform. I don't know why. Rebecca's a chef. Pat's just Pat. Hi, Pat. Amber, Holland, Grace. Okay, colors will probably be good. Pink. Amber is pink. No, it's not. Holland is blue. Grace is purple. So Grace is purple. Okay, cool. So we have Joe. Hi, Joe. And he's got a cup of Joe. It's perfect. Getting my mouse off the screen. I can click up here, so you never see the mouse again. Don't hold me to that. Oh, it's a watering can. He's watering flowers. Look at me. Or him, rather. I'm used to playing a video game where I can play. Okay, so pink. That's Amber. I remember. So Amber comes out. She looks around. She's walking. Yep, I'm just kind of clicking around, world. Okay. World. I don't know why it said world. Okay, so now this is the forum. All right, cool. So is the discussion my girl joined for $25.99. Anyway, hey, I just want to say that this thing is so cool. My eyes are glued to it. Ouch. I'm mesmerized. I just want to keep on it all day and see what the people are up to, but my brother needs the computer for his work. Ugh. What do y'all think? What's happening on your island today? My girl. Oh, so this tells us April 25th. 1999, 11/11, make a wish. Mr. Crook, I'm assuming, yeah, I would see that. Okay, joined March. It's April now, so very recently. Post 29, you've been busy, Mr. Crook. Why is your name Mr. Crook? Yeah, it's a hidden gem of the internet. It kills that Johnny Castaway thing my uncle thinks is so good. Don't know what that is. This is better because the people are like real people you're watching, and you never know what's going to happen next. I've seen dancing and squirming, the baffling games that they play with objects, the awkward intimacy that looks like hugging sometimes and other times looks, pornographic, frankly. Okay. I wasn't ready for that. Didn't think that was going in that direction. All right. Agreed. And what's happening on your island today? There's Bustard. Okay. Holland just put her face inside a tree. Yes, my avatar is trash cans. What of it? I wasn't going to say anything. Feb 9. Or September 2nd, depending on where we are in the world. Considering this is April, I'm guessing it's probably not that. Oh, we're back. Okay. Was there more? I guess so, but we don't get to see it. Okay, so we have Holland, Joe, Amber, Pat, Rebecca, and Grace. Whew, I'm sweating. Rebecca is grilling, which does make sense because chef. What's everyone else doing? Looks like Grace is just chilling by the flowers. Very gracefully, I would say. Hey, listen. Sometimes you got to do what your name is. And who Amber is eating a hamburger, which I'm guessing Rebecca has made for her. We're putting the pieces together, guys. It would be cool if this were different for everyone who like goes through this, like if the things are different. What's this? Holland has a little doll, looks like. Looks like a little doll. Grace is in the flowers. Joe is just kind of chilling. Now he's just super chilling. Is anyone else going to eat besides Amber? I'm really going to have to work hard at remembering this. Oh, no. Holland, what are you doing? What's this? Stop this. No, he's sinking. No, he's back. It's fine. Amber's playing jump rope with the grill. Okay, so what else? Is anything else going on here? Oh, looks like Joe's eating now. Holland has died. That sucks. Oh, we're zooming in. We can zoom in. We're zooming in. Rebecca's going to pick Holland up and cook him on the grill. I don't know if Holland is a male or female. Holland just put her face inside a tree. Okay. He's going to feed his doll the hamburger. The doll's going to eat the hamburger. Okay, cool. Hate that. 12 point joined earlier this month. I think it's great, but it's buggy and just weird. My roommate keeps talking about how he could do it better. I'd like to see him try. He couldn't even program the turret on our tank games last semester. What an idiot. God, I hate that guy. All right, Homer says, Mama hates TV, but she tells me to put on the virtual people. I put on 3D WI on the projector, and she squints quietly in her recliner for hours. Peace for me. That's weird. This is, by the way, 8:43 p.m. So that we're going through the day. Singer. I like to keep it running in an alcove of my house and check up on it as I'm passing through. It's good for that. It can surprise you sometimes. The other day, I saw Joe take a remote-controlled helicopter out of the house and fly it around. I'd never seen that before. Can't actually sing. Designer and webmaster for 3D Whisker discovery pages. Just the discovery pages? None of the other pages? What about the about section? What about the downloads page? Earl Egger says, I keep hearing the stories about this thing, but so far, it's boring. I don't get it. I want to know what you guys are doing because I'm just staring at starting up the program and watching it and nothing is happening. The people are standing around, sitting around, looking around, walking around, standing around. They don't have faces, so I don't know what they're feeling or thinking. I don't know. What's going on here, guys? Which characters are you talking about? You know, some people have worked hard enough in their lives and deserve a rest already. Smiley face. No, but seriously, what do you mean? I see plenty of activity on the island. I do feel a twinge of annoyance when I see a character like Amber sitting around. I want to tell her, hey, you're young, do something. That's true. Oh, that's P. Lawler. Wait, whoa, administrator. That's P. Lawler. I don't remember who these characters are, but that's P. Lawler. Ned Hucker. Actually, it does become entertaining over time. You just have to keep watching. I think you'll be surprised by what you see, but you do have to be kind of open to it. You have to be cool. Be cool, and things will be shown to you. Personally, I love this screensaver. It's so fucked up. Okay. I guess it is. Is that coffee? Is that a Keurig? Wouldn't think Keurigs would be around back then, but here launched first brewers and K-Cup pods in 98. Perfect. Okay. I take it all back. It's perfect. Okay, we're reading a book. What are we reading? I don't know. Joe? What are you reading, Joe? Oh, here comes Pat. There's a book on the ground, by the way. Pat's just kind of looking around. Yeah, I get what that one dude was talking about. Not much going on. Pat's kind of just doing a little dance. Then, was going to go back in, but Rebecca is like, wait, guys, I have an idea. Pat, I was going to talk to you. Oh, hey, we're winning. We were a winner. We did it. Yeah, we did it, guys. We did it. Okay, is this going to go away? No, go back. Okay, hold on. Screen shapes. What screen shapes? Oh, this is the Screensaver Palace. All software. Shapes. Many different kinds of colorful 3D shapes appear one after the other, such as cubes, spheres, cylinders, cones, and rings. The shapes rotate and trace paths around the screen. Requires DirectX 5 or greater. Uploaded 98. Okay, 99 megabytes. Downloads 36. Operating system window. 3D Cave 2. This program goes above and beyond its predecessor by generating its mysterious caves on the fly. 3D Cave 2 has you exploring an infinite realistic cave world and occasionally discovering surprising treasures and secrets. Or secrets and treasures. Real and spooky sound effects will make you wonder what is around the next corner. Keep watching for long enough and discover every treasure. What will you find? What will happen in this place? Requires a graphics accelerator with OpenGL support. 99, 11.51, download 70, Windows, 3D Worker Island. Here we go, boys. An island with people walking around on it. Okay. Ooh, 6,219. It's a weird way of saying that, but that's fine. I guess we're back. I guess we're just switching back and forth between island time and internet time. Okay, so we have Amber is mowing the lawn, which, yeah, it's getting a little unruly. Rebecca is not doing her job. She's just sitting around doing nothing. You gotta mow the flowers down. You didn't. Okay, she went behind the tree. What is this strange screensaver you have stumbled upon? Remember when we did those? The only way to really understand 3D Whisker is to try it. Just try it. You'll like it. It works best without words, but I'll give you my best overview. When you start 3D Workers Island, it'll display its 6 characters in a helpful character card that gives you a name for each one. Afterwards, you'll be placed in front of an island that you will mostly remain on that island until you decide to stop the program. Well, I won't be on the island. I'll just be looking at it. Unless. Characters are powered by a kind of AI technology or an AL technology that the authors refer to as a worker simulation. It is clear from simple observation that this tech should not be taken lightly, but just how advanced this AI is seems to be an ambiguous and controversial question in the community. It is very much a matter of intuition at this point. What does that mean? At the very least, it is good enough to capture the imaginations of many. Workers interact in complex ways. Look at the 4 pixels that are in this screenshot. Whatever's happening under the hood, it is taxing to any PC. The program seems to be fluid in this way. It will use whatever resources are provided to it, but can make do with just about any system that is capable of displaying the 3D graphics. Impressive or not as technology, you will find that this program is of broad and infinite possibilities. Since retiring last November, I have been keeping 3D Whisker running on my desk in my study, my bedroom, my living room, my kitchen, and my basement, all running around different computers? How many computers do you, first of all, have in 99 or whatever this is? Secondly, just on all the time. All running around the clock as I do my household tasks and live my life. What I see on each of these PCs throughout the day is still continuously fresh and novel to me. It makes my home into a very pleasant little world. You'll notice that the island is quiet. 3D Whisker does not play audio, unlike what you may find in the After Dark products and similar entertainment-based programs, but very much in line with the default package of screensavers in the Windows operating system, such as 3D Maze and Mystify Your Mind. I don't trust it, though. I'm going to keep wearing this. The significance of this silence is considerable. It allows the island to disappear. Despite its heft, it's also light. There's a ghostly, transient sense that none of it is really happening, and it can all vanish with the flick of a mouse. Click. Okay, we're back. All right, so we have Amber and Holland. I don't know what they're doing over there, and I don't know if we're gonna be able to show this. I don't know if we're gonna be able to show. Okay, we're good. We're fine. All right, we're fine. Everything's fine. Poor Amber, or perhaps good job, Amber. Okay, this is for... Wait, it's a new model of the island. 99. This is for my son's island project for first grade, which took second place in the contest. I'm proud of him. Okay, I will admit he mostly played Pajama Sam while Mom and I built the island, but he did the written part of the assignment himself. Anyway, here are the photos. That's adorable. Glad your son's school is teaching him about islands. Oh, Bustard is back. Who are these people, by the way? Frank Arper. Depot. Chris. Okay, your living room is disgusting. Okay. LOL. You did a good job with the island. I have some advice. You should not do your son's work for him. Do not let him get used to the idea that you will do his assignments. Take it from a fellow parent. Wait, this is the guy. Hold on, I'm gonna go back. I'm going back. We can't see this again. I'm sorry. So is P. Lawler the one who made this page? And he's the one who has it running on all his rooms, but he has kids? Stop showing this. So does he have any other computers that are not being used? What's going on here? Wait, April 4th. Are we going back in time? I thought we were April 25th before. Now we're in April 4th. Thanks, appreciated, but they were expecting parents to help with this one. You should see what the other kids brought in. Anyway, he did the written part, as I said, per my last email. My son doesn't like 3D Workers Island one bit. It scares him, and he makes me turn it off. Okay. Ugh. Kids are afraid of everything. My wife, this is Johnson, by the way. Who said that last? Buddy? Okay, buddy. My wife and I rented the tape of The Pagemaster to watch her niece, and unfortunately, we got to the moment where Macaulay Culkin's in the library, gets overtaken and drowned in rivers of paint. That is scary. That was scary. You know what was even scarier to me was when the Jekyll and Hyde scene, when he turned into Mr. Hyde. That freaked me out. That was scarring for me. Suddenly, the tape went nuts and became unreadable. Her niece started screaming, and now she's afraid of getting drowned in paint and turning into a cartoon. I don't blame the people who made that movie for making a terrified Macaulay Culkin character get drowned in paint, but some kids really do think it's possible to get swallowed up into a cartoon prison where they can't escape. Is that going to happen to me? Is this foreshadowing? And hell, if I believed that, I'd be afraid too. Well, now I am. Okay. Where are we? Is it the front door? Eggs. Oh, Amber. Amber and Holland. Amber and Holland. What's going on, Amber and Holland? Amber, no. Hold on. Was that somebody else, by the way, with hold on. No, it's still Amber. Did I say Grace or did I say Pat before? I don't know what's going on. I don't know who these people are. Okay, so it's still Amber and Holland. No, it's fine then. But we still can't show this. Stop. We can't show this. I can't show this. Good Kid is a banned user. Well, with a name like that, I wouldn't expect him to be. I installed 3D Wii on my school's computers. This happened back in October. It's currently April 2nd, so we are going back in time. In detention, they had me sit in a computer lab where I ostensibly wasn't allowed to play on the computers. Lol. But my computer lab teacher was in there upgrading Office, and I showed him 3D Whisker and explained it to him, and I swear, he was, enchanted by it. He wanted to install it on all the computers, so we installed it on all the computers, together, while eating donut holes. We had some problems. I had to call my sweet and angelic mommy to tell her why I was still at school, but we eventually got it working after 7 p.m. Well, see, sounds like a good kid. I don't know why he's banned. We turned off the lights and started it going on every computer in the room. It was a powerful experience. Just all these different things happening on the island all around us. On glowing screens, in the dark, in silent computer lab, at night. Way better than 3D Pipes. It felt like this was the way 3D Wii was meant to be experienced. I recommend putting this thing on as many screens as you possibly can. Oh. Anybody else getting Be More Chill vibes from all this? Look it up. Forgive me, I don't know anything. I'm just a 14-year-old teenage kid, smiley face. Okay. What were you in detention for? Elephants. LOL, a dress code violation mainly. I also invented a fake skin disease called Cutilacune, and I started incorporating it into some of my written assignments in English and history, even when it had nothing to do with anything. Okay, I'll bite. Tell me about Cutilacune. I'm glad you asked. Cutilacune, skin disease with 4 stages. Stage 0, redness and sensitivity. Stage 1, skin gaps. Holes or gaps of various sizes, exposing dermis. Stage 2, skin islands. Interesting choice of words. Widespread loss of epidermis, leaving only a number of skin islands of various sizes. Stage 3, recession of the islands, leading to a complete loss of epidermis. Early stages can be treated and reversed, but stage 3 is irreversible. Stages 1, 2, and 3 are consistently rated 10 on the 1 to 10 pain scale. Screaming and hair pulling and despair. Okay. It didn't really leave a lot of room for escalation there, but that's, I guess, fine. Why is it talking about islands, though? That's concerning. Okay, Doll is back, Holland, Pat, and it looks like we have a wheelbarrow in the back. Well, it looks like we have a Grace in the back, too. That's not Grace. That's not Grace. Stop saying that. I don't know how long this thing is. I don't know how long this is going to take. I also wouldn't think that this doll would be able to stand up the way it is. This is too much for me. I'm dead. Okay, he's just laying down. Is that a rock? Is there a rock there? What? Has there always been a rock there? Favorite character? Who's your favorite character? Hey, I think we saw these elephants before. Joycey 22 100. April 24th. We're going forward in time. Amber. No question. Amber. Wait, cheer. Hold on. Weird tall guy. No question. Amber. Reality priest? Amber is the answer. Yeah, she's great. Reality priest. Rants, secrets, and movie reviews. Secrets? Reality priest? I'm Toad. Sax player. If I'd have to choose a favorite, tough one. JK, it's Amber. Fuck everyone else. Whoa. Okay, sax player. Ned Hucker's back. I'm offended that the question is even being posted, but I don't understand. You don't know any better. No, I understand. You're better off this way. Was Ned Hucker the guy who didn't understand it? It was like, what's going on? He didn't know what the point was? Was that him? I don't remember. Why does everybody like Amber so much? I get why Holland would like Amber so much, but I don't think we're allowed to talk about that. Oh, I know we're not supposed to talk about those topics here. Okay, but we can at least be honest when it comes to questions like this. I'm not going to pretend my favorite character is Holland or Grace or somebody else just so things can stay clean on this forum. Yeah, so was I was right about... I think I was right about Amber and Holland. Oh boy. Can somebody fill me in on the joke here? Buddy, what's wrong with the other characters? Amber would be a good choice and may have been mine, but I'm sometimes put off by your lazy tendencies. Naturally, I would choose Pat, since by coincidence we share a name. Oh, P. Lawler. It's this guy, Pat Lawler. Pat? Have they always shared a name? Would I have noticed if there were two Pats in this story? Or am I an idiot? Don't answer that. And I believe the two children are hers. What? Children? Another coincidence is I also have two daughters. We are learning a lot about Pat. However, I cannot help but feel attracted to Rebecca with her eye-catching red hair and shoes. It is a difficult question. I don't think you should be attracted to these polygons, my guy, Pat. Also, Pat is a her, by the way. Oh, wait, go back. Amber, motherfucker. I'm cool. Yeah, you sure are. Okay, so we're zoomed out now. So what do we got? Is that Holland or Pat? And is that Amber? I don't know who that is. What's he doing? What are they doing? Get the mouse out of here. What are they doing? He just picked up some water and he's bringing it inside. Okay. What are you doing? What are they doing? What is this? GeoCities? Reality Priest? Computer Philosophy 1. Oh boy. There are of windows everywhere we see them, and anyone could be looking in at you. That's a part of what makes them scary. Oh. Okay. But windows are even scarier when you're the one who looks in on them, because when you never know what you'll see in them. Remember the enthusiasm in a market for window into reality in 1996 as the Nintendo 64 broke once lore Project Reality? What? Of course, the TV screen is really a window into fiction and not reality. The only real window of reality is the one we looked into as a baby and still cannot turn from. What called the common story theme of falling into asphalt imagery? We bring the inside into the outside, and the outside is the place we are stuck looking. This is the only meaning of I'm trapped in the TV. When we find out that reality is the thing we look into, but what does it mean where we are? What happens when something bad you find responsible for is there, and you do nothing to stop it because it looks through a window and it is not real? I'm trapped in here and I may never return home. What do we mean? Buddy, I do not know. I could not begin to tell you what you mean. The window... What? What do we mean? What? Oh, this is Petscop as fuck. Back home. Yeah, I want to go back home. Island! Okay, Island. MS toothpaste. Instant message. Warning level 0? What do you mean? What do you mean warning level 0? Warning for what? Edwards sucks? What year is this? This is 2008? Wow, tell me more about that. So I was with my cousin last week for Thanksgiving. Since Mrs. Miss Toothpaste, by the way. Since last year, they live a 3-hour drive away. That's a long time. It got late. He took me down a dark trail and scared the piss out of me talking about ghosts and murderers. In a quiet moment, I thought I might change the subject. So I started talking about 3D WI, apropos of nothing. Turns out he knew about it, which caught me off guard. Ooh! He carried on with the exact same tone as when he was talking about torture killers a moment earlier, but now talking about 3D Wii. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm used to 3D Whisker. As if telling me about a conspiracy or something, he went on about the girl in the pink shirt and gave me a long list of ominous things to pay attention to in the screensaver. Ooh, he's one of the amber shitheads. Or shiffieds. You know, I can never tell. Is that a type of person? I mean, that was happening on the forums. Those people basically took down that old Discovery Pages website a couple years ago. Ruined a good thing. What? Yeah? Anyway, when we got back... Well, talk more about that. What do you mean? What do you mean took down the Discovery Pages website? When we got back, we watched 3D Wii together until 2 a.m. on the slowest, crappiest computer in the world. We watched until suddenly the computer froze completely. But he told me it wasn't really frozen, that actually 3D Wii does that on purpose in order to hide things that are happening? Huh? I don't know. He was making things up on the spot, but I think they still meant something to him. Okay. Buddy is back. Okay, so I almost don't want to ask this at all, but I keep hearing certain implications about this screensaver that I don't want to repeat here, but you probably know what I'm talking about. Amber and Holland is what he's talking about. I think maybe it's supposed to be a joke, but if so, I don't find it funny at all. Can somebody give me more info about this? I mean, I got some links I can send to you. Turn back now. Don't go any further. Oh, okay. Sax player. Stop. Reality priest. What do you mean stop? For your own peace of mind, stop this line of inquiry now and do something else. Don't become another one of us freaks, Ned Hucker says. Okay, I just got to say, this is one of my favorite things that like a scary story like this can do, which is like, stop, turn back now. I don't know how else to describe it, but like this warning of like, hey, you don't want to go any further. They're probably just talking about Amber and her proclivities, but we'll keep an open mind, guys. Seriously, I wish I could go back to enjoying the screensaver normally. I want to be a normal person again. Please, God, just let me forget. Hey, reality priest, you're talking to God. There are links that can be provided if you really want them. I can send them to your email. Just let me know. I'm no coward. Here's the link. PLR note. Link removed. Go ahead. Enjoy. Yeah, that's not going to last very long. Okay, they sent a link? What? To what? To what? Wait, go back. There are links that can be provided if you really want them. To what? I gotta go back. Can somebody give me more info about this? Implications about the screensaver. Here's the link. To what? Is this the link? I don't want to see what's happening. Speaking of what's happening, that's a great question. Is that chair floating? A lamp! Holland has a lamp. So we have Grace, Joe, a lamp. Let's bring this lamp out, set it down. Okay. Whoa. Okay. This is blanked out. The windows of my living room covered the walls with a wide views of my front and backyards. Covering the walls. Fill the room with light during the day and an air of vulnerability during the night. My brother crashes here. He sleeps on the couch against the back windows. Sometimes we sit together looking out those windows and tell stories about the house beyond my backyard. A man lives in that house with his 2 sons. The curtains are closed, and we imagine our own childhood replaying itself behind them. It's just a stupid game, really, making up stories about the neighbor. I think of it as a way to bond over past experiences. Somehow we get emotional about it anyway, but not emotional enough to do anything because, of course, it's just a stupid game. There's no point in worrying about those children based on feelings and intuition alone. Still, we both find that our dreams become more vivid with time. What? Lately, we've grown exhausted of playing that game, but I recently downloaded 3D Workers Island. It plays on a PC in the corner of my living room. You should check out this program. It's a screensaver, which means it only starts when you aren't using your computer. Are we sure about that? But when it starts, you're on an island. There are people around, but they don't do much. Not when they're outside, anyway. Naturally, you wonder what we might be doing inside the windowless spread house in the background. Well, I wasn't. That's when things start to go wrong. When you start wondering that. Okay, well, stop wondering that then. And now we begin another game. As in life, concern begets more concern. The reality is always worse than you think it is. No matter how much you learn, it's always worse. And the only escape is to stop asking, to stop digging, to stop learning. This is your chance to stop. Amber, what are you up to in there? Okay, this is our chance to stop. What do you guys think? You want to stop? No. We're going to go. The preferred resource for dealing with all things 3D Workers Island is called the 3D Whisker Discovery Pages, which were taken down. Created and maintained by Pat Lawler, it covers everything a reasonable purple person would want to know. You should browse her website first, because it's quite good. Why did I think Pat was a guy before? But Pat Lawler doesn't see what we see, or chooses not to. I've created a different kind of resource. Here, I take your sightings and I display them for the benefit of others. This is the link. Here, I take your sightings. Together, we play this game the way it's meant to be played. Welcome to my website, Inside 3D Whisker. There's a space in the website. Beyond here are themes of violent abuse and torture. Continue if you can handle that. Okay. Well, now I'm scared, Joe. Joe's looking around. Every click, I'm like, something terrible is gonna happen any second, and I'm a little nervous about it. Okay, no, we're fine. We're back at 3dwhisker.com. Oh, here's the link. I removed your link because it breaks the following rule. Rule 5, do not post links to the website. You know the one. Oh, hate that. It is nothing more than a collection of perverted creative writing prompts. I would not usually be so strict about something like this, but clearly there are too many here who cannot stay responsible and sane while discussing the content of this particular website, so I must make the hard decision of banning it. Banned kid. We know someone was banned before. I'm putting the pieces together, you guys. I'm putting the pieces together. I'm a genius. You can guess what I think about this topic. He loves it. But let me try to explain the phenomenon occurring here. The fact is, many internet users are children and young adults, and children like to play games. What this means is, you will occasionally find yourself unknowingly pulled into the games played by children. On the website, you will primarily find stories told by kids to scare other kids. You will also find so-called analyses of these stories that treats them as true fact, to give them legitimacy, but there's no evidence to be found there. I hope I have cleared things up for you, buddy. Well, you don't have to be so hostile, Pat. Shut up, Pat! I love that comes from somebody named Cheer. Boy, that really got me. Shut up, Pat. Oh, boy, okay. Anyway, more links. Hey, these aren't taken down. Good info about John Sorrowaway. What? Stories of Reality. Okay. Yeah, Stories of Reality. Yeah, welcome. Yep, we were there. GeoCities. Singer. Thank you, P. Lawler. Very well said. Those violent stories are cheesy and over the top. Blood and guts. Believe me, I've been watching this program for so long, I would have seen such things by now. No, it's random. By everyone's own admission, it's random. By the way, it's April 26th. If the screensaver won't open up to you, maybe you need to look within yourself to find the problem. You need to fix your soul. You need to fix your heart is what you need to do. Cheer says. You'd love to think it's all just bloody, screaming children. Long before I began seeing the violent shit, I saw the way Amber was treated by the other islanders. I saw her tiredness. I saw her subtle messages. But you just point to the bleeding children and laugh. All right, then. Okay, so there are stories of bloody, screaming children. I don't like this. Why is it always Amber who gets abused and killed in these made-up scenarios? She does? Don't get why this community has an obsession with torturing her specifically. This is HTML Maniac, by the way. You're all freaks and sociopaths is my best guess. Tutorials for idiots, I could use that. I gotta work on my HTML game here in the year of our Lord 2024 and or 5, depending on when this video comes out. Maybe I should create my own section for dealing with 3D Whisker hoaxes. Snopes.com is a good system for those. Rating ski, true, false, multiple truth values, undetermined, unclassifiable veracity. Select this link for an expanded definition of our rating system. I would give every one of these stories the red sphere of falseness. False, false, false. Jesus. Why is it always Amber? Good question. People have a strange amount of concern for Amber. It's a mystery to me. I hate this still. I still hate this. Jesus fucking Christ, that website. The screenshots and pictures on there are insane. Some of them are obviously straight out of Photoshop, which is my favorite album, by the way. Others, I don't know. They're all low-quality JPEGs for what it's worth. Makes it easy to hide flaws. That's true. Ooh, okay. We're back. We're close. We're zoomed in. Holland? 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 Oh, we're back at inside. We're back at inside. We're back at inside. It's a red house. It's a red house, guys. It's a red house. It's a red house. Inside the red house. We're inside the red house. I'm putting the pieces together. I'm figuring it out. Welcome to Inside 3D Whisker. Here, you'll find the content missing from P. Lawler's 3D Whisker discovery pages. Is that whole forum site the discovery pages? Is that what was taken down years ago? So when are we? Because those were clearly in 99. Her website should be your source of general information about the screensaver, but come back here when you're done. Pick a category on the left and browse our collection of user-submitted sightings. Download the 3D Whisker and let us know what you find by submitting a sighting. Thanks for visiting and telling us your stories. Recent updates, 4/25/99. I'm receiving so many emails about this Sam Ferrero business. Though there's not much contention in whether the screenshots of Amber's rare black shirt is real, there's a lot of disagreement about whether the picture on her shirt is really of Sam Ferrero, since it doesn't exactly match any of the known publicly released photos of him. I've expanded the section to include some of your comments. Who the hell is Sam Ferrero? On the subject of photos, I've removed a user-submitted photo from PJR Pin at the request of its original owner. Okay. I'm planning on overhauling the categories soon. More details to come. That was 4/25. Edit a link to Grace's Guilt. Great quote. Lucky for that girl, her story became an urban legend. Most people don't believe it really happened, even if they're fascinated anyway. A perfect disappearing act. The real transforming into fiction. Now she lives her graceful retirement in the remote world of a cartoon. But reality will haunt her consciousness forever. So she was real. I was right. She sucked into the cartoon, remember? Pagemaster? Remember? Macaulay Culkin? Remember? Added an avalanche of screenshots to strange faces. I can't believe people are walking to the bathroom at night and seeing these things. Fuck that. Making this website has convinced me never to run 3D Whisker after bedtime. Thank you, P. Lawler. No sounds, no faces. Wrong on both counts. Okay, well, I'm going to take my headphones off for different reasons now. This is reminding me of two things right now. Ben drowned, and there was like a creepypasta about Skyrim. Well, not Skyrim. One of the Elder Scrolls games, Morrowind, maybe? What was it? The Hunter or whatever it was called? It was like crawling on ceilings and stuff in the real world. It was a mod. Scary stuff. I used to be way into creepypasta, and this is scratching that itch. Something fierce. That was on 4/23. Okay, 4/21/99. Falling behind on emails. Sorry, everybody, but pray for my brother because he's been having a hard time lately. Who's running the show here? Who is this? He's in the hospital now. Sometimes you've been broken in ways that don't hit you until decades later. I expect my turn to come soon. When that day comes, my brother will be alive to support me. But for now, let's go. What do you mean? Oh, hi, sorry. I don't mean to be intruding on whatever's going on here. And Amber, you're cool with this? Okay, fine. Whoa! I definitely am not allowed to show this. Blur that out. Oh my god. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh no. Oh no. They've become one. They've become one. Oh god, no. Okay, PGR Pin. The PJR pin is one of 3D Whisker's first popular sightings. The letters PJR stand for Pat, Joe, and Rebecca, 3 characters on the island. Oh, they're characters on the island! When these 3 adults approach Amber in the following formations facing her, it's called a PJR pin. Credit to P. Lawler for the icons. Okay, so when they approach... they approach her, when these three adults, so all of them together, okay. Amber is in the center of the form. By the way, this has some implications that I don't know how much of this video I'm going to be able to release. Amber is in the center of the formation. The PJR pin isn't complete unless all three adults are close enough to prevent Amber from moving. In other words, pin her in place is a very strict and specific requirement that is not often met. Or not met often, either one. Formations in this particular shape are uncommon between any four characters. When they do form, they're spontaneous and brief. They'll usually reorganize themselves into more stable circles, or rather diamonds, like this. Okay, makes sense. Why is the PJR pin significant? According to the stories, it triggers the following sequence of events. All four characters disappear instantaneously. The world is replaced with darkness. That's metal as hell. In that darkness appears a photograph of a child that enclosed that resemble Amber's pink stripes. She's sometimes injured, sometimes not. An audio clip of a young woman's scream or multiple screams play from the speaker. It is usually interpreted as Amber's voice, but sometimes the voice of an off-camera witness. The world reappears. Pat, Joe, Rebecca, and Amber reappear at the front door of the house one by one. Amber is the last to appear. No evidence of the event remains. Oh, most accounts miss the first 3 steps in the sequence. It's only when they hear the screams that they start paying attention to what's happening on the screen. Whoa, that would be scary. Because 3D Whisker doesn't officially play audio, but many stories report sounds. They usually describe very loud or very quiet sounds, like screams or whispers, with little in between. We have a page just for whisper-related sightings, most involving Amber. I'm going to turn my volume down. I don't know what's going to happen here. Most involving Amber's pleas for help. Much pride is taken in the skill of recognizing these whispers as quickly as possible, since they often precede other events for which screenshots are desirable. No whispers precede the PJR pin, unfortunately. Photographs are also a common theme in these sightings. 3D Whisker appears to have a heavy preoccupation with a real world, and in particular with real human bodies, from living and healthy to mangled or emaciated or dead. In this case, even when Amber doesn't display any physical injuries, her transformation into a human body is often interpreted as an act of violence itself. In general, any movement between fiction and reality, in either direction, is treated with an undertone of terror. Okay. I don't like clicking anymore. I don't like clicking. Every click is scary. Descriptions of the photos vary. It may be that people are seeing the same photo and remembering it differently. It's not hard to believe that a disturbing and sudden scream is shocking people into seeing or remembering injuries that aren't there, but it's also possible that 3D Whisker is displaying different photos of the same girl at varying levels of injury, perhaps dependent on the context of the simulation, as Amber's plight has been shown to progress in severity over time. Who is the girl in the picture? Until we have a legitimate screenshot, we have little to go on, and this one has proven challenging to capture. I'm going to go back. Why? Because it says an audio clip screams, and then the world reappears. So people can't capture it when they hear the scream and click it real quick? I don't know. Ooh, it's scary, though. G key. What if I press the G key right now? Jake the Mad Cow had quite a fright. He writes, I'm going to press G. Nothing happened. I pressed G. Okay. I'm never running it overnight again. Holy shit, it woke me the fuck up. I'd never been so scared in my entire life. Was asleep and then an ear-splitting scream. What the fuck? Plawler lied to me. Her website says there's no sound in the screensaver. Well, guess that. There's sound, motherfucker. Ashley B. heard it too and caught a look at something interesting. Ashley writes, because it was the last thing I'd ever expect to happen in 3D Wii, I have to admit I was jolted and shaken for a good hour afterward. I knew the discovery pages were wrong about other things, but somehow this one thing I trusted. And well, my volume was turned up quite high, so it was really something else. Well, why was your volume turned up quite high? I only got the shortest glimpse at the screen before it reverted back to the status quo. It was dark, but I saw the dim shape of a human, realistically proportioned, dressed in pink and white. Like Amber. A photograph, I think. It wasn't moving. Harold has an uglier description. Ah, it was bad. Oh my god, lol. I can only laugh now, but I'm done with the screensaver now. For real this time. I think it one scream repeated 3 or 4 times. Or maybe it was more than one scream. And the image was a tasteless display of... Shit, dude. Uh-oh. So wait. Well, that looks like Holland to me, so we're fine. And that's Grace. So we're fine. There's a computer here. Is it playing 3D Whisker on it? Oh no, Holland's dead. No, Holland. Why, Holland? You've died. Oh, he's fine. Never mind. Okay. Reality priest. It's getting worse and worse. The more I watch, the more I notice, the more I understand, the more bold it becomes with the things it shows me. Every time I come to some new revelation, the screensaver shows me more. But most other people don't see these things. And if I have someone in the room with me, they don't happen. Is someone in the room with me? Are you telling me P. Lawler, with the 10 billion hours she's been watching 3D Wii, hasn't seen any of these things? A likely story. Getting dangerous in here, lol, Chris says. Oh, good kid's back. Oh, here we go. Pat Lawler is a criminal. I have family who used to live down the street from her. Nobody in their right mind would trust Pat Lawler. Pat Lawler shouldn't be allowed to run a 3D Workers Island fan website. She should be in prison. Anyone who wants details is free to message me. I'm GoodKid85 on AIM. Okay, wait. If Good Kid 85 was presumably born in 1985 and is now a 14-year-old teenaged kid, that would suggest that it's 1999 right about now. But we have no evidence for that, so that's just speculation. God damn it, Good Kid, ha 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 ha, and he's banned. That was fast. P. Lawler is always online. She reads every post. The second you submit it, you cannot evade her. That's scary. Well, let's see. Okay, 11:18, and then 11:28, so 10 minutes. Not that fast. I mean, pretty fast, but not like immediate. Okay, this is Pat. Hi, Pat. Pat's on the computer. Pat's going behind the house. Oh, World Star. What on earth is this? What on earth is this, though? The door. The house, the door. Why? Update 424. I've decided to stop posting new submissions to this page. This is worker degeneration. This is one of the most well-documented sightings, and at this point I'm assuming mostly redundant info. Thanks for everything you've sent in. Worker degeneration is something akin to injury or damage. This damage is associated with an active entity, which 3D Whisker calls a worker, hence the name of this page. It's not clear to me how this term came about. It wasn't invented by 3D Whisker's authors, yet it implies... Oh, the term. I was like, the thing itself? Yet it implies a bit of knowledge about the screensaver's internals, that the injury is associated in some fundamental way with the underlying worker concept. This is especially strange since the only documented cases of worker degeneration are tied to one character, that being Amber. Therefore, it seems premature to generalize this term to such an extent, but I'll use the established name. If you've ever seen a red amber, you've seen a worker degeneration. Oh, God, no. This is an early stage. After this comes compression, and the result looks like this. This red ball is seemingly inert. It doesn't move or interact with anything, but yes, the red ball is amber. Oh, okay. The state has been interpreted as representing dehydration, malnutrition, and or mutilation, and the many photographic sightings seem to confirm all of these interpretations equally, but most of all it's become associated with small muffled screaming and therefore pain. It doesn't take long for the red ball to start shrinking and quieting down until sooner or later it can't be seen or heard anymore. Amber will usually respawn from the house at some time after compression, even while the red ball is still visible. The program will eventually continue as usual, G key. I have been recording for an hour. I don't know how much longer this is going to go on for. I might have to take a break, come back later. I do want this to be all one video. So yeah, I think I'll call it there. We'll come back later. Maybe this will be its own episode. We'll come back to this. I don't know. We'll see. If it's its own episode, bye. Thanks for watching. I'll finish this up in another video. All right, stay spooky out there, everybody. I know I sure will. And remember, keep watching. But if we're going to continue this in one video, I'll see you in a second, guys. Whoa, okay. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. I recorded the first half of this video back in December of 2024. It is now April of 2025. But if you're worried that I'm going to forget everything that happened in the first part of this video, you'd be right. Now, I watched it. I watched everything that I had done before, so I remember everything. We were just learning about worker degeneration. And I'm a degenerate, so I understand all of this. Right. Amber here, who's a fun character, is turning into a ball or something. So that's good. All right. And we were here now. This is what we're at. Oh, by the way, I figured out how long this thing is. I'm actually pretty close to the end of it. I think there's like 301 or 2 slides, and we're at 270 right now. Okay, G key. Falling into asphalt tells us a story. Letting the screensaver go longer periods has unlocked something, and now I'm seeing all sorts of funny shit like a red amber. That's so funny. She goes in the house, comes out redder, goes behind the house, comes back redder again, comes back weird and slow in this economy. Crawls around till she's just a ball on the ground that everyone ignores, and that's that. It makes me laugh. It has been a while. I've gotten a haircut, as you can see, probably. Back in December, I started to get sick. When I recorded the last episode, I was at the beginning of getting this really, really bad, like, cold or something. I don't think it was COVID. But it was terrible, and I had it for like a month and a half straight. It was awful. Everybody in the house got it. Now my eye itches, and to this day, I still, if I talk for too long, it sounds a little nasally, and I don't know why. I have not gotten over that part of it. My nose isn't running. I'm not sneezing. I don't have a cough. None of that. I sound a little nasally, and that's just all it is. It's just my life now, you know? All right. I went away for 8 hours. How can anyone be away from their computer for 8 hours? I don't understand that. When I got back, there's a bunch of red spheres scattering around and making noise. A bunch of them. I thought Amber was the only one who this had occurred to. Oh, this is Nathan Manfield, by the way. Altogether, it sounded like a chorus of dissonant humming, and now I'm wondering how long my dog had to listen to that shit. Poor dog. This one is from Thomas, or Thomas. We never consider Thomas. How many of them are sitting at the bottom of the ocean? What? Who? I just can't help but feel like hopeless about everything. Nobody will ever help me, and I'll never help myself. I'm too afraid to even reach out. I'm not even writing this right now. This message exists only in my head. This whole website exists only in my head. 3D Workers Island. What is this? Would I really put this online? Would I really give anyone the slightest glimpse into my world? This is fake. This is all fake, and nobody will ever see it. Thomas, I don't think I understand. Also, my camera has moved. I don't know if this matters to anyone, but it used to be over there. I changed it to over here, and that change happened between recording the first half of this video and the second half. I considered putting my camera back over here, but I didn't. To Thomas, I hear you, and I understand. Suffering in silence is such hard work. Okay, we're done with that, I guess. Now, we remember these characters because we watched the video, and we know that this is Grace, obviously, so why would we even be talking about it? Grace is just hanging out at the edge of the island. She's on a beach. She's looking around. She's turning her head. Kirby? You've seen better days, Kirby. Nope. We are in Dot World now. We are in Dot World now. Whoa. Recession of the Islands. Wait! Stop. Slow down a second. This is going way too fast. Just give me a second to think here. Damn. No, I said I don't have a cough, but I just coughed. The Cuticalungus. Remember that? Where it's the island, skin islands? I hated that. I still hate that. But we're seeing recession of that was one of the symptoms. Recession of the islands until there was no dermis or something. Like your skin falls away or whatever? I don't know. Okay, what the hell is happening? So there's 6 balls here. Does that mean each of the island characters become sphere? But that's not... It was just Amber. They're sinking. Is this what Thomas was talking about? Bottom of the ocean? How many are at the bottom of the ocean? I'm guessing 6. Could there be more? What's happening? I don't understand any of this. Blub, 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 blub. Okay, see ya. Okay. Okay. The Brady Bunch. Okay. Well, there it is. Well, boys, thanks for watching. I don't understand. I might understand a little. So the kid with the bad boy, good boy, was talking about his skin disease thing, and there was the red spheres. Does that have anything to do with anything? Let's go back. We're going through it. We're going through it all, boys. We're going to keep going through it all. I'm assuming all of this is exactly the same. I can't imagine that this would be different. Cutilacune. Skin disease, 4 stages. Recession of the islands, stage 3, leading to complete loss of epidermis. Now, that did happen at the end. So what if, like, it was, like, throughout these 300 or so slides, it's like the first batch of them are redness and sensitivity. We do see a red square here. I almost forgot the word for this shape. And then skin gaps. What could that mean? Holes or gaps of various sizes exposing dermis. I hate when my dermis is exposed. I don't know. Guys, I'm too stupid to know what this means. Skin islands. What do you mean? There's spheres here now. Whoa, shut the hell up. Were there not spheres there before? No. There were not spheres here before in this wheelbarrow. Boys and girls, there were not. Hold on. Okay, this is, yeah, there were. Boys, there were. There were boys. There were boys. Okay. Why? What does this mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What does this mean? What do you mean? I'm going back through it. Island. That said island. Why did it say island? Skin islands? Okay, stage 2, skin islands. We saw the word islands. Then we saw recession of the islands way later. Is it possible that skin gaps or holes or something, the word was on screen at the beginning or towards the beginning? I feel like I'm close to cracking this, boys. I feel crazy right now. I feel like I'm going insane. Oh, is there a 0? No, there's not a 0. Okay. When you type in 0, it just goes to whatever. I just wonder if there's anything hidden in this. Like, I know this says this technology, you can't scroll down any further than that. Like, what if you did, like, hold on. What is it? Could you do this? No. 3D Workers Island, Pat, Rebecca, Joe, Amber, Holland, Grace. Yep. Okay, we're just going to click through a little bit. World. It said world. It says world. It says world. It says world, boys. I don't know. I'm sure there's stuff to be gleaned from this. Like, what can we do this? 3dwhisker.com. Takes me here. That makes sense. But what if we go to the forum? All right, this is the exact web page for this forum post that Bustard posted, or is just commenting on. So if I do this, damn it. All right, well, I don't know. I'm sure you can figure out what this all means. There's stuff like the spheres that we saw later, because we're in 45 now. They were there before, and I'm sure there's more stuff like that. Like, this is a circle right now. Like, this is a hole in the dermis of this world, and we're seeing into this world. So I don't know. There's also a grill back there. It feels like there's this program wants to spread. It feels like that's what people are talking about. They're like, hey, get this on as many screens as possible. People are drawn to it. There's like a psychic connection this program has to people. It also seems like there's a real world component, obviously fake, but a real world component to some of the things that happen in the screensaver. Like, let's go all the way forward. We were in like 250, and we'll go forward from there. You're on your computer. There's a world there. A world star, yes. Remember. A door star, yes. A world star. All right, okay. Okay, I've decided to stop. Okay, it's clear to me to generate. Stop calling me that. If it's a red amber, yup. Okay, early stage compression. The ball is amber. Red ball pain. Okay, no. This is too late. I need to be earlier. Let's go to 200. Amber is abused and killed in these made-up scenarios. Oh, by the way, hold the freaking phone, boys. Boys, it was right in front of our faces the whole time. Red sphere of falseness. Oh my god, what does that mean? What do you mean? Red sphere of falseness. I also can't click these links. I wish I could. Her story became an urban legend. Something happened. Amber's black shirt. Okay, so Sam Ferrero was a real quote-unquote person well, let's look that up then. Okay, I looked up Sam Ferrero. I didn't find anything other than like real people, which I don't think I can put on here, even though they're on Google. And YouTube is owned by Google. Oh, well. So I'm going to say this Sam Ferrero or whatever is being talked about here is not real. Yeah, but so something happened to Sam Ferrero, and people think that Amber's shirt, black shirt, has a picture of him or her on it. But people are disagreeing. I don't know. Luckily for that girl, so maybe that Sam Ferrero story became an urban legend. Most people don't believe it really happened, even if they're fascinated. Anyway, perfect disappearing act, real transforming into fiction. That's the other thing. It seems like people are disappearing into this game. I don't know why. And this never happened, by the way. That's good, because I would be scared. All right, so the last thing we're going to do before we shut her all down for the day, well, let's put these back on, just in case something just terrible happens. Like, if I were doing this, if I were making this, which I'm not, by the way, don't get confused. If I were in charge, I would say, hey, I'm going to make it so that if you linger on any of these slides for, like, 5 minutes or more, like, there's a random chance that something just terrible happens. The recession of the islands. So are they islands? Those are islands? What do you mean, recession of the islands? But this is an island. This is an island, and it's receding in the same way that those spheres are receding. So there's many islands. So are they all gone now? Is that just the end of it? This is a red square. Damn it. I don't know shapes. Okay, so this is 301. What if I go to 302? You're tricking me. What if I go to 303? You're tricking me. What if I go to 304? We could be here a while. What if I go to 404? One of the forum posts said 351 on it. Damn it. All right, well, this was a thing by Tony Domenico, or Domenico. Well, thank you, Tony. This was cool. Yeah, I don't understand much of it, but hey, that's not for me. It's not for me to understand. It's for me to play and to lend a hand to you for making the video. You're welcome. I don't know what I'm saying. All right, well, thanks for watching. This video has been a long time in the making. I was watching, like I said, I watched the old video. I made a comment in that video about, like, I don't know if it's going to be 24 or 25 when this video comes out. I don't know if it'll be 25 or 26 when this video comes out. Nah, it's April. If I can't get this video edited and put out by today, then I don't know what I just fire me from YouTube. I'm done. No, it's not coming out today. So I'm fired. Damn it. Should not have made that deal. Anyway, thanks for watching. Tune in for more exciting stuff. If you've been watching my Factorio videos, those are cool. You know, I never do like links I don't ever do info cards because I'm too lazy to remember to do it. Here, boop, 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 is a link to a Factorio playlist that you can watch on this channel. Or there's other videos. I don't care. But until next time, I've been Mr. Red. Stay spooky out there, everybody. And remember, keep watching.